Well, welcome to the Kiva Walk website. This is a post-walk transition update. If you scroll below and check out, I've got 240 plus updates of our travels across the U.S. An amazing walk. It's just been a life-changing experience, as those of you who've been following know. So this is just kind of an update on transitioning back and just kind of the finish of, I don't know about the finish, but just the evolution of reaching your destination and being back home. I've been back for a little over a week now, physically back in Denver for a week, and I finished the walk last Saturday in San Francisco, and it's been full of ups and downs. It's I've definitely have missed the on-foot life in terms of the simplicity, the raw simplicity of having everything that you would need inside the backpack or in the cart, just in an orange bag that you just shove your 4 or 5 pairs of socks and couple boxers and a pair of shorts and a pair of pants and 3 or 4 layers on the top. It's coming home, similar to what I experienced during my break in August. I took a 2-week break in August in Colorado, and similar to that experience, but obviously heightened because this is a little more permanent, but just the stress of looking at the boxes of stuff that you have in terms of clothes and folders and books and even small pieces of furniture and pictures and memorabilia that you save and collect, and so much of that stuff brings back amazing memories, and you have these, I think, embedded attachments to them, but it's just amazing when you are without them. You are just that much more consumed and attentive to what's around you, without the need for things. And I've really enjoyed that a lot. So I've oftentimes on this break already, I'm looking at patches of grass or at parks under the trees, or I even look at our backyard here at the grass and think about just putting my tent out there. It's obviously cold, and that's hard to do now that you have a stationary bed, a place to sleep. It's tough to make that decision, but there's definitely a craving for that still. And I'm currently staying with my father, who lives in Denver. He's got a nice place just outside of Denver, and he's here by himself, so it's nice to we're both kind of helping each other out here, and that's good just for this time of transition. I really wanted to be intentional to take time to write. I'm actually starting a lot of the writing today. This last week I've been journaling a lot on the transition and just being mindful of how to plug that stuff onto paper, and I've spent time with family and friends, and it's been really good, doing a couple articles for some different online journals and things like that, which is fun to still share the raw details of the trip with people. It's been fun to do that here. And the celebration in San Francisco last weekend was phenomenal. I mean, it was wonderful. The family, friends, all of the host families, the people that were a part of this trip, that not only flew out and shared it with us. But no, he's going to knock over the camera. Come here, come over here. Say hi really quick. Here, say hi. Where are you going? What are you doing? What are you doing? Obviously, it was good to see this guy. Ben and Mark, two really close people in my life, drove him out for the final couple days in San Francisco. But anyway, just a big thank you to everybody who made it out there and who participated. And the best thing about that trip was obviously reaching the Pacific Ocean and just running into the water and jumping in and and then turning around and just seeing, I think there were 50, 60 people, friends, family, supporters, just all in a big group, like taking pictures and just wanting to truly be a part of it. And I mean, that's just something, I'll never forget, ever. And so just a big thank you to those people, and obviously everybody that couldn't make it, who just showered my inbox and just comments just in their congratulations and just their support. It is amazing when you feel supported like that, and that's when an experience like this is shared, it just puts, I don't know, it truly makes it invaluable. I guess that's just how it is. It's an unforgettable trip. So, transitioning from a trip like that back into the quote-unquote real world, if that makes any sense to you, I'm still trying to figure that out. But, not wanting to dive right into employment, not wanting to dive right into a job. Obviously, I need to find some part-time small projects to make ends meet just while I'm writing and figuring out, the next 4 or 5 months. But capturing this journey in all of its intimate detail is very important to me. So I'm going to be doing that for the next 4 or 5 months. And even just in this last week, I've noticed just I gotta organize this, or I gotta focus on this, or I need to keep walking. And so I've been trying to get out and do some walks, and I got my bike fixed up, and so I'm trying to stay active. And I was talking to my father about it a couple days ago, and he coined it and termed it very well. He said that you're probably addicted to focus. And, because this walk in its nature, from the beginning, even from the pre-trip to the walk to the beginning, all throughout and towards up to the end, your focus is so, like, every day you're hitting a new town, every day you're putting how many miles in, you're planning your trip, you're planning your conversations, you're talking to the media, you're trying to do your outreach for Kiva, as well as just maximize the moments in terms of taking in your environment. You're constantly anticipating the next corner or the next horizon, and so to be at a standstill in terms of not only a physical landscape, but just a community and the community interaction, and without tons of new people every day. And obviously the benefit of that is being around all things familiar, but there's challenges in what you've trained yourself to do and how you've trained yourself to think. And so I find myself already thinking about projects and things that I want to work on or develop, and but at the same time being very aware of the need to just be present. And that has been the biggest lesson on this walk, is to just find that place of presence in the now, with the people that are around you, and the wind, and the changing of the seasons, and the animals that you take care of, and all that stuff. So there's a lot of lessons to be learned, and a lot of things there's a lot of things to still be worked out. And but yeah, I just wanted to invite you into that process. I can't thank you enough for your support and for your interest in just our well-being and where we're headed next. And the Kiva walk idea and or concept is definitely evolving. I'm very interested in keeping the lending team on Kiva in terms of unique people all across the world who are wanting to walk for microfinance through the Kiva filter. I can't tell you how incredible and receptive this model is to all walks of life. And so in terms of just putting a sign on your back, or making your own little Kiva walk cards or Kiva cards and handing them out while you're doing your walks, and putting a little bit of purpose behind your on-foot travel is a fun thing. And so I hope that the team can just keep recycling that energy in different formats. And I'm open to any and all ideas in terms of, if you guys are on our lending team or if you've been following the walk. It's an amazing way to create belonging through walking.